Well, that was poorly timed. Hey, everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. All right, we got the second game for the Habs in this, what's it called again? The Prospects Challenge. Um, this time against Boston. We lost last night to Buffalo, 6-3. And you could see that the Buffalo prospects are a little better than ours right now. That's obvious. Boston's, I don't expect that to be because Buffalo has been getting good draft picks for many years, and Boston not as much. And we'll see what their prospects look like. I have a feeling this game is going to be a little different than last night. So there is that. Let's see who's here, and we'll go from there because I got nothing else. So let's see who's here. We got Guru. Hey, Guru, how's it going, man? Go, Abs, go. And we got Leon. Hey, Leon. Another disappointing afternoon, Rick. What do you think? Nope, I don't think so. As I just said, I don't think the Boston prospects are same quality as Buffalo's. So I think we're gonna have a good night. I do know this. First, I want to say I see there's people out there. Say hi, ask a question, talk to me here. Game starts in 14 minutes, and we'll go from there. So tonight, there's a bit of a different lineup. There are 5, I think, different players, but one of them is the backup goalie. But Quentin Miller is going to be the goalie tonight, and there's a few changes. Reinbacher not in the lineup tonight, but Mayu still is. So we'll see if he improves over his game last night. Hey, Lucas, how's it going, man? Disappointing result last night. Let's see if they can improve tonight. I mean, it's a rookie tournament. I mean, really, like I said, Buffalo's prospect pool is a little better than ours, and you saw that last night, and that's what that's about, right? Eventually, we'll get there. We're almost there. Anyway, I enjoyed the game last night. The 2 periods I saw. Third period, I was talking to Luca, and I didn't see that much of it. But yeah, I mean, a few guys impressed, and a couple guys didn't. But they haven't played hockey in a little while now. So first game back, there's a lot of reasons. Anyway, I wouldn't freak out over any of these guys having a bad game. And listen, even if they lose today, this afternoon, which I don't think will happen, everyone's life will just go on like normal, and there's no problem. There's a lot of backlash on Twitter about the game last night, and it's the end of the world. The Habs prospects lost. I don't think so. All right. I'll show you the lineup. Let's take a look at the lineup, and we'll see where the changes are. Right here. So, courtesy of Hockey Junkie, actually. So, we got Philip Machar centering the first line with Simoneau and Heineman. Then second line is going to be Mishak, centering Jared Davidson. And, he calls him Wawa, but that's Joshua Roy. We got Riley Kidney centering third line in between Smelanik and Novak, both playing, didn't play last night, so they're playing tonight. You got Cedric Guindon centering, I think it's Isaac Dufour, and Mackay. I don't remember his first name. You got Jaden Struble. We're going to look at Struble. My first look at Jaden Struble. I haven't seen him play yet. I don't think maybe a couple of highlights. That's it. So I'm interested there. And he's playing with Mayu, who, Mayu looked. I've been saying he needs more time. And he's going to Laval. He needs more time. His lack of games played over the last 3 seasons kind of showed yesterday. But, I mean, that's nothing. It's just, I'm not worried about that. So I want to see if he's actually adjusted to that at all and see if he looks a little better. You've got Ortiz and Tourigny, Miguel Tourigny. And that's 2 small defensemen there paired up. Let me see. My dog agrees with that. You have Demon and Laun. I think those are both tryouts. Ray, stop arguing. Ray. Yes, you're not going to be a star. Stop arguing. Because you're not going to listen to me. She never does. So those 2 guys, I think, are tryouts. You got Quentin Miller in net starting, and you got Jan Spoonar, also a tryout as the backup. And there you go. The guys in yellow, are highlighted by Hockey Junkie because they didn't play last night, so this is our first look at them. So there you go. That's the lineup. What do you guys think of that? Like, what do you guys think of last night's game? I'm interested in you guys' opinion. I was impressed with William Trudeau. I was impressed with William Trudeau. I liked Reinbacher stood out. He made some mistakes, but I mean, he stood out and played a good game. Not like maybe as well as everyone thought they'd see, but he played a good game. Up front, you know what? Every time I see this kid, and that's Simino, he's a small guy. I think wears number 43. And that's what I need to get is my numbers. And he always impresses. For me, every time I see him play in one of these kind of games, he impresses me. But he's so small. He's 5'7". I don't know that he's going to make it. Let me look at the names. Who impressed me? Owen Beck. Owen Beck played some really good hockey last night. Very impressed with Owen Beck. This I forgot to do. This is how I should be. Yeah, smaller. A smaller me is a better me. I thought Joshua Waugh early on was really good. Florian Jacki, steady. I liked Jacki. I think I covered it. Jacob Dobas, while not perfect, obviously, I thought Dobas made some really good saves, tracked the puck well. I like what I saw in Dobas. So there you go. There's my opinions from last night. Let's check in with you guys and see what you thought. All right. So what you're saying, Hughes not drafting properly. How did I say that? Buffalo has been a bad team for a long time. They didn't make the playoffs for like 13 years, something like that, right? No, I'm not saying that at all. In the last couple of seasons for Mark Bergevin, drafted well, and Kent Hughes has drafted well. We're seeing that now, but there's still a little ways to go. We're not there yet. The rebuild's not done. Still got another couple seasons of this as we get a little bit better, though, every year until we get to where they got to be. So, I'm not saying that at all. Hey, big boy. Hope a better game today. I think so against Boston because their prospects it's not the same prospect pool. I mean, Buffalo's got a good prospect pool. J-Fed, hey, Trudeau looked decent. I thought Trudeau looked pretty poised, and I like Trudeau. These games aren't about winning it, about developing the young players. Exactly. It's an evaluation kind of tournament, right? You're looking at these guys, you're evaluating them, see where they got to work, what they got to work on, where they are, what they got to work on. That's basically what it's about. And for a guy like Mailloux, is he farther along than he should be with the amount of games he's played over the last 3 years? It looked like in the first game, no, he's not. Right? Even though he wants to make the team straight out, I don't see Mailloux making the team this year. Right? He'll get a look at some point, but and that's what these tournaments are about. Level Up Bob. Nice to see if Jacki is made out of the same stuff Arbor is made out of. Definitely. I gotta figure he probably is. That family seems like they've got good character. They're driven, determined. I'm kind of expecting Florian is probably a lot like his brother. He's getting the size, not the weight yet, but he's getting the size. He's 6'3" now, I believe, and 188 I think was the weight. So that'll come. He'll be a over 200 pounder and probably 6'4", 6'4", 215, something like that. Arbor's a little bigger than that, but also 6'4". Isaac, hey Isaac, will Montreal stream the game on their YouTube channel? Yes, I'm waiting for it to start. It's going to start in 5 minutes and 38 seconds is what it says. So yes, and I would imagine if you want it in English, I would imagine if you can stomach going to the Boston Bruins page, they'll have that there too. I'm not going to do that. Or rds.ca as well. Isaac also says, I thought Reinbacher and Simino played great, especially since this was Reinbacher's first NHL type of experience. Well, Simino I've seen before, but yeah, I mean, I thought Reinbacher, I'm not going to say great, but good. He stood out for me. So definitely, like what I saw from Reinbacher. He's not in there tonight. I was hoping he would be, but he's not. So, I'm sure it'll be tomorrow that he'll be back in there. I won't be able to do the game tomorrow. I'm not home, so I won't be able to see that, but I'll watch it on a replay. But yeah, I like the way Reinbacher looked out there. What else that's the end of the comments. Oh my god. Okay, so talk to me here in the comments. Don't all leave, and before you leave, give a thumbs up. Hopefully, please. No, it's up to you. Give a thumbs up if you want. You can hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of these kind of things. I do all the games. So we got 6 preseason games coming up. Not this Monday, the Monday after. So a week from Monday, preseason games start. There are 6 of them. And then the regular season games start. So my goal this season is to not miss a game. We'll see. It happens sometimes, but I can't help it. But my goal is to not miss a game. I don't consider these games. I'm talking from preseason on. All right. Hey, Hunter, how you doing? What's your favorite run the Canadiens have gone on? Well, I got to say, 2021 was a lot of fun because I was doing this. But, I mean, I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and I saw lots of runs and lots of cups. So I kind of say, my favorite cup was the last one in 93. I don't know why specifically, but I that's my favorite one. And that was a good run, too. It was a good run. Maybe it's recency bias, I don't know. But I want to see the next one. The next one's going to be my favorite one. The next one that's going to come up in the next, I'm not sure, 5 to 7 years, probably they're going to be hoisting the cup, in my opinion. So we'll see. All right, so this broadcast just started. We got the commercial. And they ain't going to take long because they didn't yesterday to get playing. So we'll have some of that. Well, I should probably put this on. They're doing the I got no sound. Oh, sound's off for some stupid reason. So we've got that. I'll do play-by-play as best I can. I'll do some color commentary. I'll talk to you guys here so you can ask questions, make statements while this is on, and we'll hopefully, be like watching the game with somebody, watching the game with your buddies, which not everybody can do anymore, right? Can watch, especially you're all over the country, North America and the world, and you might not have friends that like the Habs. So that's what this channel is all about. So there you go. There, I just sold you on subscribing. All you new people, subscribe. No, if you want. If you subscribe, you'll get notified of all when I do the games. We try to have fun here. Everybody's welcome. And we have respect for everybody. That's the kind of show we got. They're taking their time with this national anthem, it seems like. I don't know. I feel like that. Simo is small, but that guy plays with so much passion and fire. I love it. He's 5'7", but plays like he's so much bigger. That's what I was saying about Simo. He always impresses. And every time I see him, it's like, I wish this kid was 6 foot. Because that's a kid that would be, I think, a great player if he was 6 foot. But because I agree with you, he plays with a lot of passion, and he's got skill. He's small, and that's a problem. He doesn't have that kind of skill to overlook that 5'7". That's the problem. But he's still a very skilled player, skates well, gets chances all the time, always seems to be around the puck when he's out there. Yeah, too bad the guy's not bigger. Let's see. Montreal Bruins. Anthem on now. Yeah, I just finished. So, yeah, listen, if you're not good with French, I'm so. Then, but for hockey, I'm fine. Yeah, head over to the Bruins channel because RDS obviously is going to be in French. So that's your only option for English is on the Bruins channel. So there you go. All right. I don't think it'll be much longer. They're announcing the starting lineups, and we're going to have a game going. So I'm hoping for an overall better performance by the Habs, and I think without really knowing the Bruins line, I don't know their lineup. I didn't see it, and I don't know their prospects very well. But I dare say we're going to be better than them because our prospect pool is better, and that's kind of what this is about, right? You're going to do better than the teams that have the more talent on in your prospect pool. You're going to do better at a tournament like this. I have a feeling Montreal's probably about in the middle of this group of teams that are in this tournament. All right. Well, anyways, we're underway. I forgot I'm doing play-by-play. Montreal has the puck in the corner, Boston's corner, to the point, a shot that got blocked from the point, fighting for it along the boards. Dump back behind the Boston net, but I don't know what Habs there snuck in and sort of knocked it away. But Bruins have it in the corner up to the half wall, over the blue line, but nobody there, so Montreal sends it back. Simoneau with it. Speaking of Simoneau, his pass up to the blue line got picked off. Then that guy's pass got picked off. Montreal's over the blue line. From the right circle, a shot. I think that was a pass attempt. Got turned back. Montreal still with possession. Roy sends it up along the boards. Grabbed by a Bruin, though. Taken away at the blue line. And there is a whistle for probably an offside there. Hey, Harry Rice, how's it going, man? So we'll have a face-off just over Montreal's blue line. Montreal again in white. I thought they'd be in red today. Face-off won by Boston. They get it over the line, but stolen back by Montreal. They cross Boston's blue line, not cleanly. In the corner, behind the net to the other corner. Up at the half wall, Boston guy tries to flick it out, and sort of eventually does. Sent back by Montreal. Boston from behind the net. Chased by Habs. They're over their blue line, and they dump it in. Then picked up by a Hab there in the corner. Is behind the net and up along the boards. Over the blue line and then just sent across ice kind of to nobody. But there was somebody there, but not where that puck went. Have them back in their own end. They get it out. The Boston guy went to hit, I don't know who that was, the Hab, and he went and fell on his ass. And the Hab guy didn't. I just don't know who everybody is out there. I've got their numbers, but it's a little hard to look for their numbers and then try to do the play-by-play. So I apologize. There's a few guys I know their numbers, and that's about it. All right, Montreal behind the net, sent up along the that's the right side. Picked off or intercepted at the red line by Boston. They send it back to their own zone, and they get set up, I guess. So cross ice, back to the other side, and they break it out. Pass up to the blue line, got away from the guy. So we got an icing call against Boston. So we'll have a face-off in front of the Boston goalie. All right. 3 minutes gone in the first period, no score. Face-off is to the left of the Boston goalie. Won by Montreal to the point. Into the high slot. I don't know what happened, but it went over the net. It's in the corner. Boston sends it up along the boards. And we're going to have another. Oh, waved off. It should have been an icing call, I would have thought, but waved off. Montreal with possession in the corner with a Boston guy all over him. Sends it up to the line. Simoneau dishes it off. Mayshard. Mayshard tries a nice pass, but Boston's stick gets in the way, and Boston comes back the other way. Shot from the top of the circle, the right circle. Went either wide or Miller sent it that way. Boston again. Oh, right in the slot. And Miller made a save, went into the corner. They have it at the blue line now. Shot from the top of the right circle. Saved by Miller. Boston with the rebound. Another shot from the other side. And they get the rebound and another shot, but like right in close, and Miller covers up, and we'll have a face off there. Some good work there by Miller so far. I have a feeling I had a lot of people in the room, and most of them are gone, but I think a lot of people think I'm showing the game, which I don't have to. It's on YouTube. I don't have to show it. It's on YouTube. All right. Besides, I don't want the copyright issues. I believe the Bruins are. Someone said they're watching it, so I believe so. I would think all the NHL teams are on YouTube. Another income source as well, don't forget. All right, where are we now? In Montreal zone. They're fighting for the puck. Montreal comes up with it over the blue line and the red line and into their blue line. Shot from the top of the right circle. Is a save. Habs still have possession at the blue line. Dumped in. It was Mayu. Oh, that's Mayu there. Bruins come back the other way. Shot goes off the skate. It was Mayu's skate, I think. So who's playing with Mayu? Ortiz is playing with Mayu. That's not that wasn't who they said. Strugel's supposed to be playing with Mayu. All right. We got a face-off happening. I'm not sure where. It looks like it is to the right of Miller. Bruins win the draw. Up to the point. I mean, shot, just a lob shot in. Saved by Miller. Big rebound out to the point. Flub shot, and here comes Montreal. They're going to give away just at the blue line. Boston coming back the other way. In the corner. Boston still with it. The half wall, dump back. Boston still with it. Nice little pass into the circle. Guy shot. I don't know if it was what. I don't know what happened with that. I went wide. Somebody picked it up. They went around the net, turned and shot, and we got 1-0 Boston. Don't know who that was. Kuntar. Shot. He got his own rebound. That's it. He got his own rebound. And it was a backhand shot. That had to deflect off something because it came in low and then went over Miller's shoulder. So that had to deflect it. So 1-0 for Boston. We got 14:20 left in the first. Boston wins the draw here. Stolen away by Montreal. Shot. Was wide. And here comes Boston coming back over Montreal's blue line. Into the corner. Up to the point. Guy spins and shoots it, and Miller grabs it with his glove, and we'll have a face-off as he holds on. Boston doesn't have any announcers? Okay, I didn't know that. Well, there you go. Yeah, it makes it a little harder to try to figure out what's going on, though. That's what the development camp scrimmages are like. There's no announcer. This is at least, you like you say, you got the announcer. You can, if your French isn't perfect, well, you can still pick up what's going on. All right, they're in. No, nope. Popped out the puck. Or someone shot it down the ice, and call against Boston. So face off all the way back. There's sometimes I like these afternoon games. 3:30 in the afternoon. I don't mind doing a game at 3:30 in the afternoon. It's not bad. It's when we have them at 1 in the afternoon. I don't like that. Like football, Super Bowl weekend, back-to-back 1 o'clock games. But this is nice. I like it. All right. I think Montreal won that draw. Mayshard going like a round ago, he came out. So stolen away by Boston, and they just dump her in and change up. And Montreal's got the puck. 5 guys coming out. Heineman over the blue line. Shot from a not great angle. I think it went wide. Puck comes all the way out, and Montreal still has it though. Defensemen, they backed up, coming out of their zone now. Seamano over the blue line, and the three Boston players on him. He stole the puck away, so we got a whistle for some reason. I didn't see why. We got 12:59 left in the first. 1-0 Boston. Lucas, yeah. Saturdays I don't mind. Sunday on, but Saturday afternoon I don't actually mind it. All right, Montreal won the draw there. There's a shot from the right circle, anyways, wide. Mayu goes back all the way to pick it up. He's behind his net, waiting for some help. Carries it out. Defensively, that's his weakness, Mayu, and you can see it so far. I mean, that's nothing, just lack of games played. That's why he's got to go to Laval before he comes to Montreal. Mayu needs to season a little bit. He's not ready, but he almost gave it away there. He picks it up. Coming from his blue line, he races up all alone. Tries to cut in between the two defensemen and doesn't do that very well. Puck gets to the goalie, covers up, and there's some pushing and shoving. Mayu at the center of that. We'll have a face-off. I'm going to say to the right of the Boston goalie, but we'll see. Guru, I agree with that. I have not seen that, but yeah, my sentiment exactly. Not to the Leafs. I wonder if he would waive his trade if it was to the Leafs. I think he wouldn't. I think that would be a stipulation, not to Toronto, even though he'll never play for them. Just like I will never wear any Toronto gear. He wouldn't want a paycheck from the Leafs. Why would he want that? Damn it. 11 and a half minutes to go in the first. 1-0 Boston. Montreal's got possession. They keep that in. Wow. Mayshar kind of gives it away there. And off the glass and down the ice. No icing because the goalie came out above the goal line. Montreal with possession. Guindon. That was Kidney. Kidney dish it off to the side. Not a good pass. And it's sent in. Who's got it? Boston picks it up along the board. Sends it up to the line, but not a good pass. And that's not icing. Montreal's got the puck though. They break it out cleanly too. Mishak, but he falls at the wall. Sends it to the net. Boston with it. Up along the boards. Into Montreal zone. Oh, I can't see well enough. Like the camera's not great. I think that was a really good save by Miller. I think like a 2-on-1 situation, and the cross ice pass and save. Anyway, right now puck's in Boston zone. Who's got possession? Boston. They get it out, but I mean it's not clean. Montreal sends it back behind the net. Get Boston with it in their zone. Cross ice to defense. Up over the blue line. Over the red line. Over the other blue line. Dumped off. Offside though. I thought so. The guy that he dumped it to was just over the. I thought he was offside, but right at the board, so I couldn't really tell for his foot. But I guess his skate was over the line. Who sucks, Leon? What our guys suck? No, they don't. I'm telling you, if you ask me, I'm saying they're playing a little bit better than Boston. just like Buffalo last night had to come from behind. Montreal might have to come from behind, but I still think they're going to win this game. They seem to me to be getting more zone time than Boston. There was a shot on that. Goalie stopped it or gloved it, and he held on, and we got a face off there. Clock's not there, so I don't know how long is left. 9:21 to go. So 1-0 Boston. Face off to the left of the Boston goalie. Won by Montreal. Struble should have taken a shot there, not try to pass it, but he's got the puck now at the line. Sends it in, but it was wide anyway. Boston now coming out. Puck came out. Boston still with it though. Send it into the corner. Behind the net, Boston still managed to keep it. And Montreal intercepts that, and they're coming out. Roy with it over the blue line. In the corner, he gives it up though. Gets it back. Sends it cross ice. Bad pass though. To Ortiz. Ortiz to his partner. That shot went over the glass somehow. It hit the goalie and over the glass. And we'll have a face off there. Lucas, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. They're not miles ahead, but to me, they're the better team right now. It's just not obviously on the scoreboard yet. Still early. I mean, we're only a little over halfway through the first. A lot of hockey left. 8:30 left in the third. I went from the first to the third like that. Look at that. In the first, Montreal wins that draw. Well, I guess so. At the half wall now, Mayshar back to the point. Turney with a shot. I think it hit somebody or there was a save, but Montreal back with it. Back to Turney to Mayshar at the other point. Mayshar comes in, gives it to the guy at the goal line. It's like around the horn. Back at the point. Back to Mayshar on the left. Mayshar across to the guy on the right. Shot hit somebody. I think it was Kidney. But he hit somebody. Had still with the puck. To the point. That was wide. Oh! Oh! There they go. It's a couple of shots, too fast for me to describe, but game down with a goal. Ties it up at 1, and that's a power play goal. I think that's a power play goal. Yeah, that's a power play. There are a bunch of chances that finally on the side of the net with a good portion open. He gets the puck. Makes no mistake about it. So we're tied at 1, 7:33 to go. The first. As with the puck in the Boston zone, along the boards behind the net, up into, whoops, at the point now. Shot, went out, I think. Yeah. Must have hit something and went out. We'll have a face off somewhere there. Up into the left, yeah, to the left of the goalie at the dot. I didn't see who won the draw. Anyway, Montreal, no, Boston takes possession on the net. 2 Habs all over them. Habs take it back. At the point, and Devin sort of gives it up there. Boston also had a chance to get into Montreal's zone anyway, but Montreal took it back. Heineman over the line, dumps it to the center. That gets put into the corner, and there's a Hab there. Look at that. Back to the point. To the right, I was Struble. Over to the right. I shot a Mayu slap shot from the top of the circle, and hey, so another face off here. Mayu doing what he does good, and that's take that shot from either the point or where it was this time, top of the circle. Boston wins the draw. They get it out. And sent back at the blue line by Montreal. Goes over their blue line, but Boston chases it down. Six ten. He's going to stop. Whistle went. Clock's still going. I don't know why the whistle. I think offside. Lucas Reinbacher is in the tournament, but he played last night, not in the game today. So I imagine Reinbacher will be in the game tomorrow. There was a big hit there on Habs Novak along the boards. Nothing came of it. Habs with the puck at their blue line. Pass hit the player at the red line, so turned over and then turned back over. Then the Habs dump it in and go change up. On the top of the circle, a shot from I don't know who that is. Saved by Boston. Boston off the boards or the glass and out. Are you with it? Over the red line, over the blue line. Stick handling around, stops, sends it around to the other side along the boards. And the Habs player dumps it backward. All right, shot. Quick shot from the bottom of the left circle. I don't know if that was wide or was a save there, but Habs have it again. Shot from the slot. Good save by the Boston. Okay, Ray. Then sent all the way back. No icing. Here comes the Habs player. McKay sends it across ice. They're over the blue line, I should have said. In the corner now. McKay again. I don't know who that was. A giveaway there. Boston comes out. Over the blue line. Into the corner. Stops and turns. Gives it off. Around the net. And a little wraparound attempt. And then I don't know if Miller, if he actually hit Miller with the puck or gave it to another player there in the crease. And anyways, Miller stopped that, and we will have a face-off happen. And there's a little pushing and shoving afterward. I'd have gone off the skate of a Hab and then to the Boston player again, and then the save happened. Charles, no, it's because it's from the RDS.ca feed, so there's no English play-by-play. Even on Boston's channel, it's only we're just showing the game with no voice. So nope, unfortunately not. You got me doing it. That's it. That's it in English, I imagine. I don't know if anyone else is doing what I'm doing. So there you go. In Montreal zone, Boston with it. They send it into the corner. Behind the net along the boards. Fighting for it. Boston still has it. Back along the boards. Picked up by another Boston player. Cross ice to the point. Shot. And it saved Miller. Good tracking there by Miller. And to be in position. So Lucas Reinbacher looked good last night. He looked good. I'm not going to say great, but he looked good. So, his first game in a Habs uniform. I thought it was a good showing for him. You didn't have the same kind of. No, that's not who. Sorry about it. All right, we can Miller with another save. I don't see what the play was. So it's a 1-1 tie, and they took the clock away, so I don't know how long is left. Let's see it now. Here's the replay. Another good track with the puck. Another quick pass out to a guy in the slot with a quick shot. Miller was right there, perfect position. 3:05 to go in the first, 1-1. Bruins with it. High slot shot went wide. Who's got it? In the corner, fighting for it there. Nobody's really got possession. Boston picks it up, comes out with it. Up to the point, badly passed all the way down. Breakaway. Who's that? Habs guy tried to go 5-hole and did not succeed. Boston's got it to come out over the blue line. I don't know who that was with that. Yeah, I don't know who it was. Might have been Heineman there. All right, Habs with it. They send it up to the blue line, got away from that guy, Kidney, and it went to the corner. Boston with it now along the boards, back into the corner. Up, cross ice, over the blue line. Guy's carrying it. He's got a trailer with him. Rounding it into the other corner. Along the boards. Pops out. Montreal's got it. Cross ice, I think, to Kidney over the blue line and into the corner. Kidney gets a shot into the boards. Puck comes out. But Montreal with possession. Dumped into the corner. Probably some changing up being done because I don't see anybody but one guy for checking. So there you go. Where's the puck? Don't see the puck. Bruins steal the puck at the red line, then stolen back. Montreal, number 67 there. Over the blue line. Somebody else with it. It's now in the corner. Montreal sends it around. What a time for an ad. What a time for a YouTube ad just to pop up, and it's not a clickable one. Nice. All right, we're back. Mid play. Montreal still with the. They almost scored too. What a time to come back. It pops out. Bruins with it over Montreal's blue line. It's a 2-on-2. Cross pass was knocked away by Montreal. They've got it over their blue line. Dumped it in. It rings around to the other side. And then a shot from the point. And it was saved by the goalie. Boston now breaks it out. Lose it at the red line. Wow, sends it back to the defenseman. Comes back. That guy sends it over the blue line, but right to a Boston player. He's got it. And they get it. Give it away. But I'm not doing very good right now. We'll just stop for a minute. Hey, Blended, how's it going, man? That's what, about 3 weeks away now? No, just under a month away. I think the 11th is the opening game against Toronto. All right. Face off at center ice. We got what? Oh, period ended. After one, tied at 1. And yeah, they're going to break away for about 10. I don't know how long it is, 10 or 15 minutes. And they'll be back. So we can talk about what just happened there. I mean, it's tie game. I still say Montreal overall for me had the better of the play. So Guindon at 12:24 for Montreal, but Kuntar at 5:41 for Boston. Those were the goal scorers. They don't give assists, I guess, for this, and that's what we got. So I just think Montreal was a little better in the first period. Not better enough that you go, wow, Montreal was great, but they were the better team. What's your opinion of that? Let me know. Right there in the chat. So yeah, so people talk to me. or else we're gonna just. I guess I'm gonna just look stupid looking at the camera, going, "That looks just stupid." So I could sing for you guys, but I don't think you want that either, right? So someone talk to me. With some, what did you guys think of that first period? Mayu didn't look as, I'm going to say, didn't look as nervous or as much of a deer in the headlights. Is that it? It was a little bit better, but you can see that is the weakness in his game is on defense. He's got to work on his defense. There's no doubt about that. So any thought of Mayu, he's going to make it out of camp? No, Mayu's not going to make it out of camp. He's going to Laval. It's where he should play for a year. And you know what? It could take a little longer than that too. But he's got flashes of stuff, but he needs some more games. He hasn't played enough games in the last few years. And it shows his development is a little bit behind. Defensively, his development is behind. JFed, I'm going to agree with you. Montreal beats Toronto first game, but we're not there yet. Montreal won the first game last year. Give us this one. Haha. What, Blended? You're in Toronto? You're not a Leafs fan? Are you? I mean, you're allowed to be, but are you? I didn't, if you are, I didn't know that. I don't know why I just lit another one. I didn't finish the other one. Oh, well. All right. So let's talk about, I mean, if you want, we could talk about the upcoming season. I mean, we can talk about whatever you guys ask me or say here in the chat. We can talk about that. No worries. Who stood out for you guys here in this first period? I thought Miller was pretty good. And trying to think for the skaters, I can't say anybody stood out for me. But again, Simino, as we were talking about before it started, he seems to always, when he's out there, the puck is around him somewhere. He's in the action. So Simino, he always seems to stand out for me. Anybody else? Okay, I didn't know your Leafs fan though, Blended. That's cool. That's fine. You're obviously allowed. And we've got a few Leafs fans that are like normal people, which I find you are. So, yeah. You was pretty good, Lucas, or that just a typo? Is that like a relative there, Quentin Miller? I thought he was English. Just didn't sound like a French name, and Miller. You put them together, and no, he's a French kid, which is I don't care, but I was surprised when I heard him on Twitter. I saw a little maybe a 10-second thing he put up there. I was like, oh, okay, he's French. Okay, I didn't know. Hey, listen, you know what? Montreal's had lots of good French goalies, right? So besides, what do I care if you're French, English, Spanish, Greek? I don't care. Are you good? That's what I care about. Oh, I get it. Miller was pretty good. Yeah, well, I gotta ask your girlfriend first. So relax there. JFed, I don't know where he comes from, but you could be right. I might have heard that before, but I don't know what team he came from in the queue. So, but I mean, he looked good here. So I like to see that. Blended family. Hudson, no, Hudson's in college, so that's why he's not here at this tournament. Um, I could see Beck doing that. I could see Heineman. But before this all, like before we really got back to like I guess before the rookie cap started, I would say maybe a couple other guys. I've come to realize not just by like, oh, I'm all of a sudden smarter. No, by reading and and talking to people. Um, it's going to be tough for any of these guys to break into the lineup this year, and that's a lot to do with the Armia situation, like that. So I don't know how many forwards are going to break camp with Montreal that are prospects. Like, I don't know. But I would have said, like, I'm pretty sure if Christian Dvorak is out for a couple of weeks or more, which it doesn't look like now, it looks like he won't be out for long at the start. I think if that's the case, then I think Beck has a good chance to break camp in Montreal, get some of the maybe 9 games even, and then get sent down back to junior. So that I think Heineman, to me, Heineman probably has better chance of everybody. If you want to count Ullinen, who was here for quite a bit of games, like I don't consider him the same, but Ullinen could instead of Heineman. Where was I? Did you say Leafs fan? Yes, he did say Leafs fan, and Leafs fans are allowed here, like any other fans from any other team. That's what this channel is about. Whoever you cheer for, it's fine. Come in and we'll talk. I agree with the sentiment, Leon, but I mean that's Blended's business. That's nobody's business. That's his business. Why he's a Leafs fan, I don't know, but it's his business. uh, no, Hudson's not an attorney because he's in college. College players cannot be part of training camps. He can be part of the development camp, which he was after the draft. Like he's part of the development stuff, but he can't be part of this kind of stuff. And that's not an NHL ruling. That's, by the way, that's the rules in the NCAA. But we'll see Hudson this year at the end. He'll sign, and I think he'll sign and join the Habs at the end of this year, at the end of his college season. Blended, nothing wrong with being a Leafs fan for the regular season. Well, I don't know. I mean, listen, you're right, but the big gun there is Austin Matthews. I can't stomach that guy. I don't know how you do it. I just don't know how you do it. I don't know how you can look at that guy, his face, his chicken shit attitude, start a fight but don't finish the fight. That I don't see how you could stomach that. But that's your business, not mine. Well, I like that attitude. Like you cheer for all the Canadian teams and all that stuff, and I can understand that. Growing up in Ontario, family of Leaf fans, I definitely get that. And I mean, you're older now, you know better. I'm just bugging you. Honestly, my whole life, I've never understood how anyone could be a fan of the Leafs, but that's because I hate them so much. So but I don't understand it, and I'm sure the Leafs go to the fans do the same thing. How could you like the Habs? How could you like it? Like it's the same, and I get that, but it's a healthy hatred. It's a healthy competitive hatred. All right, what else we gonna talk about? I'm sure we got another 5 minutes. Anything you want to talk about? Leon's a Habs fan since 1909. Okay, Leon, I've been a Habs fan since 1970 when I was 7 years old, and it was just before Guy Lafleur. That's when because I was a fan of Chicago Blackhawks because I loved Tony Esposito. That was about a season or so. Then everybody was a Habs fan here, obviously. So I started to become a Habs fan on my own. Then Guy Lafleur showed up, and within 2 years, obviously, I started, and then it was just that I love that guy, and yeah, I'm a diehard Habs fan. I won't cheer for another team. I'll watch other games, There might be some reasons I could cheer for another team, but it's not like from here. Hey, Larry the Cable Guy. Blended, it is like that for. I imagine it is, right? Looks like I'll have to listen to the Habs French feed. Hard to get. Yeah, but the Boston, there's no play-by-play. It's just the feed and the sounds in the arena. That's it. Kind of like the development camp with Montreal, the scrimmage. That's all you get, right? It's the same thing with Boston. This is the only Habs channel and RDS.ca only place to get the actual play-by-play, but it's in French. Or you come here and I do the play-by. I mean, that's what happens. I'm not as good as they are, that's for sure, but I do it. Leon, you live in what MB is MB Manitoba? Is that Manitoba's MB, right? I didn't know that you lived in Manitoba. They do nothing though for the intermission. So all you hear is the sounds either in the studio or in the arena. It's not very loud, but you can hear that. And that's it. So you have no idea when it's coming back till they show up. That's cool, Leon. That's cool. What city, if you don't mind my asking? At least I have you to. Yes, that's what I'm here for. Not only to keep you posted, but to hang out. Maybe you get the game and you were watching it, but you're alone. Like that's what I'd be doing. It's what a lot of people do. But now that's why I started doing this. That's why I started doing the games. I mean, I had started the channel already, but that's why I started doing the games was basically that. You know, in the peg, not a Jets fan. I don't blame you, but just wondering. Let's see, 11 years, a Leafs fan. Wait, let's see. 11 years, a Leafs fan was when they last won the Cup in Detroit for 4 years, and then Habs for 52. Oh, you were a Leafs fan to start with? I did not know that. That's cool. Converted Leafs fans to Habs fans are even better. Now, listen, I don't care who you cheer for. I don't care everybody's welcome here. We can talk hockey and we can and be civil. And I used to do that all almost all my life. I could talk to other fans and we didn't have to hate each other. But today it's hard. But here you can do that. Here everybody's welcome. No, Leon, I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't be a fan of them either. There's a few Jets over the years that I have a lot of respect for. The late Dale Howardchuk, great player. I mean, that guy was a great player. I don't hear. I heard some nasty things about him as a person, but I don't know because I didn't know him, and it's not nothing that is out there like whatever. So, um, and he was a great player. You know, who else that played for Winnipeg? There's a couple of guys, but that's pretty much it. Uh, you're getting ready to move to the west side of Michigan to be a reporter. Awesome, awesome, Larry. What are you reporting on? Like, what kind of reporter? Hey, bye. Yes, I know this. I moved him. He's still on the wall, though. My Frank is there. I'm going to point to him. Wait. Right there. That's Frank. Is that where he went after leaving Montreal to the WHA? I don't remember. WHA. A league of Mickey Mouse clubs for owners. Gruber's been a Habs fan since '86. The hype over that rookie goalie making it to the Stanley Cup final, that's Patrick Roy, and winning it all won me over ever since. My grandpa was so mad I like Montreal, not Vancouver. Well, at that point, geez, I mean, it would be hard still to. I mean, Vancouver hadn't had much success back then, that's for sure. Am I right? They had maybe one good playoffs. You're doing. Oh, you're a news reporter. Awesome. Like real news, and I asked that as in a joking way, but I don't follow a lot of news. Like how do I want to put it? I don't get my news from the traditional sources anymore because everybody's got a slant, pretty much. And I try to find news from sources that I trust. He went to the Toros, the Toronto Toros. I remember them. All right, what we got here? We still got a good bunch of people. If you're here still, you must be enjoying it. So please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're about to get a face off for the second period. As I speak, I don't see who's taking the draw from Montreal, so I can't tell you. Mishar. Make sure. And it's hard to say who won that. Montreal really came up with the puck, Heineman, but I don't know. Boston kind of won that, but couldn't keep the puck. That's weird. Very, very weird. All right, so we're just into the second. Montreal, bad pass back to the point, so the puck came out. And they were in the Boston zone. But they got possession. They've backtracked into their own zone, but given away. So Boston's got it. Now behind the net, this is all taking place, and then a giveaway. One of the circles. Montreal sends it all the way down. No icing though. We didn't go far enough. But Boston's got possession in their corner, up along the boards, centered and over a blue line, sent into Montreal's corner. Montreal gets it, sends it over the blue line, but it's given away, and Boston sends it back. Is it Watt that got it out? Watt cleared it, but Boston like a giveaway. They're just giving it away to each other. All right, here comes Montreal over the line. Shot and a score. Mishak. Almost coast to coast, too. Nice play by Mishak. Some offense. Mishak turning out to be, I was reading about this, probably if he gets to the NHL, third line center, grinder type, penalty killer. But that was nice. He broke away. Like I was a coast to coast, nobody on him, and a nice shot. So it's 2-1. Montreal, 18:30 left in the second. Lots of time. I believe last night too they went up 2-1. So Montreal with it in Boston zone. Excuse me. It's along the boards, and Boston sort of kicks it out. Montreal tries to send it back, hit a skate at the red line. And it's sort of bouncing around. Where is it? Where is it? Over the line. Boston's line. Montreal centering pass. Missed his guy. Boston picks it up off the boards. Basically, over the red line, over the blue line, with a Montreal player all over him. Strip the puck from him, and then other Boston player gave it back to that guy. Like cross ice. The shot attempt from the left circle was turned aside. Montreal back the other way, over the line. Smolanic into the corner. Sent to the other side. Along at the half wall, along the boards, struggling for it. Boston picks it up. They're over the blue line, red line, and blue line. One guy carrying it in, going around the net. Hab all over him. It's in the corner now, two different guys. To the half wall, Montreal gets it there. And almost gives it away, but doesn't, but does afterward by setting it up along the boards. So Boston with it behind the net. It's along the boards, they're fighting for it. Picks it up in the corner. Boston still up to the, he skates up to the point, then dumps it backward. Oh, nice. That is not a Habs. Nice little move there by the Boston player. He still has it. He's just circling around, gives it off to the defenseman, back to his partner or whatever. He's skating around, circling behind the net, gives that off. Left circle, they almost lost it, and then they do. Montreal coming out over the red line, over the blue line. There's a 3-on-2, and then the trailer, Boston trailer, picked it up, and they're coming back the other way. A little guy lost the puck, and then he just tried to grab it, but knocked it over to Miller. Miller just picked it up and hung on. And well, face off there. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving there. Some choice words, I'm sure. And nothing more came of that. Larry, I'll do that. Ludington Daily News. Ludington Daily News. I'll try to do that. And then, like, congrats. Awesome stuff. You were at the game when Steve Germano tore the hair implant off Bobby Hull. I kind of think I remember that incident. I don't think I saw it. Oops. So 4 minutes gone in the second here. Puck, I think, just went over the glass in front of Miller or in the Habs zone. So a lot of face off there. Montreal wins the draw. And then sent down. How? Okay, it wasn't icing. You didn't touch the puck. No, it could have been icing. I don't know how the puck got all the way down so quickly. Anyway, Montreal with it in Boston's corner and just give it away. Kept in by I don't know who the defenseman was. In the corner, up along the boards to the point. Mayu to his partner. Wide, a shot wide. Montreal still with possession. Do they? Yes. Shot from the high spot, hits somebody, and Boston comes back the other way. Over Montreal's blue line, but not a clean pass, so Montreal picks up the puck. Guys behind his net, waiting for some changing up to happen. I think that's Mayu. Goes out from behind the net, dishes it off. And the Habs give it up, though, at the blue line. And the Bruins give it right back at Montreal's blue line. And it's just back and forth, giveaway. Let's play giveaway. There was a whistle while I was looking down. I don't know what happened. Whistle outside. Face-off will be just outside the Boston blue line. On by Montreal, cleanly. Shot from outside the blue line. Easy save for the goalie, but he is forced to hang on as the Habs players storm the net. We'll have a face-off there. It looks like to the left of the goalie. We got a face-off there. That looks like Mishak taking the draw. There we go. He wins that. Was a right back to the defenseman and a shot, but it hit a Boston player. Another shot from the point, and that went off somebody and over the glass. Mishak taking the draw again from the same spot. And he wins it again. Same thing, right back to that guy. Quick shot. Goalie makes the save this time and hangs on. We'll have another face-off. That was like two almost identical face-off wins by Mishak. Larry, I think the big difference here from last night is that Boston's prospect pool not as good as the Habs were like, and Buffalo was better than the Habs prospect pool. So we're seeing, we should look better. But yeah, they're it's a bit different than last night. Puck over the glass. 14 minutes to go in the second period. It is 2-1 for Montreal, by the way. Oh, the broken stick on the draw, but Montreal won that. It was sent all the way down the Boston zone, knocked back into the corner. Boston comes up with it, though. Not cleanly. He's in the corner again. Along the boards, Boston comes up with it again. This time they get it out. Carried over blue line. Shot from the circle. I think the shot was blocked, and they got the rebound. And in close, Quinton Miller made the save. Habs come out with it over the blue line. Into the corner. Bruins come up with that. And they're out. Over Montreal's line. Can't get past Mayu there. But the guy is able to center it. No damage done. And Mayu's got it again in the corner. He sends it cross ice. And not a great pass. And the guy lost it there, but they got it out. Boston has it in their own zone. A little dump over a blue line. Still have it, dump back to their defenseman. Cross to his partner, and then another shot up to the red line. Boston crosses the blue line. In the corner. It comes back up to the point. Gates. Another commercial. All right, thank you. You're back. Montreal carrying over Boston's blue line along the boards. Guy loses it in the corner. Boston coming back the other way over their blue line. Over the red line, dumped in and given away to Mayu. And in the corner along the boards. Trying to keep Boston from getting it. Montreal picks it up and gives it away at the blue line. But that didn't last long, and they send it back into Boston's zone. The defenseman has it, cross ice to his partner. Guys were changing up. Now they sent it up to the blue line. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It was a lob at the net. They get it back. Another backhand lob into the corner. Montreal clears that, not cleanly. Along the boards. Boston, no. Not in doubt, still sent to no one, cross ice. Boston picks that up. Off the boards and out. Boston over the blue line. Behind the net. Give it away to Montreal. Montreal breaks it out. They give it up at the blue line. And it sort of pops out, pops back in. And there's an offside against Montreal. It'll come out to face off just over Boston's blue line. Face off is just over. I said that just over Boston's blue line. Yeah, I said it already, Rick. I love talking the third person. No, I don't. I didn't see who won the face-off, but the puck was sent down into the Boston zone. It bounced off the backboards, and the Boston goalie covered it up because he saw some Habs sweaters racing towards him. I just saw the boards where they're playing in the home of the Buffalo Junior Sabres. That's where they're playing. 11 minutes to go in the second. 2-1 Montreal. Face-off is to the left of the Boston goalie. Won by Boston this time. Pass off the stick. Still able to get it out. Just not able to cross Montreal's blue line with it, but a giveaway there by Montreal, and they do cross the blue line now. In the corner, coming up with the boards, to the point, and I thought that guy just came out. That puck came out. Anyway, he stick handles his way in. It's a nice shot, like right in from the side of the net, and it's saved by Miller. If he had scored there, I'm pretty sure that puck came out. All righty. Face off is to the right of Miller. Won by Boston. Sent down into the corner. Centering attempt was blocked, but it went to a Boston player, a shot, and there was a save. They've got it back right in front. Oh, saved by Miller. Good one there. Montreal's got it. They break it out over Boston's blue line. 2-on-1 shot. Stopped by the Boston goalie. Boston gets it back, and they're going to get it out really slowly. They just dump it in, and imagine they're changing up behind the camera. Montreal with it, put it over the blue line, and got away from the guy that passed to, but it hit somebody. There's no icing. Boston with it over the blue line, red line, and blue line. Shot from no, I must have hit somebody. I got it back from the point, dumped in. Boston still with it, back up to the point, dump back in behind the net. Little kind of wraparound and thingy. Another couple of attempts there. Good saves by Miller. Montreal's got it back. They get it out over the red line and over the blue line. Left for somebody. Tourney sort of races in from the side. The shot was stopped. Habs still have it. Mayu at the point. Sends it in behind the net. Cross to the point. Shot. Broke the stick. Montreal still with it, though, behind the net. That comes out to the circle and cross ice. Shot. Save. Montreal still with it. They pick up the rebound. Semenol gives it off to Mayu. Mayu skates behind the net with it. Sends it up to the point. Off to the half wall there. Back along the boards to the other side. Up to the point. Back along the boards to the half wall. Back to the point. Heineman's pass. Guy missed it. All right, I'll just say defenseman shot from just inside the blue line, saved by the goalie. That happened too fast for my brain to say anything. All right, we'll have a face-off in the Boston zone. I don't know what side, though. To the left, no, to the right of the goalie, excuse me. 7:59 to go in the second. 2-1 Montreal. I'll try that again. 1 by Montreal. Oh, almost lost. Got it out. I don't see Montreal in their own zone. Boston in the neutral zone right now. Has it? That was offside, dude. Bruins was offside. His skate was over the line when he got that pass. But now I don't know how the goddamn thing works. How the lads looking? With their eyes, man. How do you think you look? Much better today than last night. But I mean, Boston prospect pool not as good, right, Matt? I mean, they're not as good, so as Buffalo's, so or as Habs. 2-1 for Montreal. 7-12 to go in the second. Bruins coming out of their zone over the red line, dumped off to the side, given back, give and go, but the guys in the corner sort of down the net. We lost it. Montreal lost it back along the half wall and then got it back behind the net. Look at that. It's magic. Off the glass and out. Wow. Tried to stick handle around the defender. Didn't go well. Here comes Boston. Over the blue line, over the red line, over our blue line. And that guy lost it there. Behind the net. On the boards. Montreal picks that up, send it up along the boards to the point and out. Give it away at the red line. Boston comes back in over the line. Centering pass through the crease, but nothing happened. No shot on net. Although that centering pass kind of looked like it hit the skate of the goalie. And then they came back the other way, and then I don't see where the puck went, but there was a whistle or went over the glass. Something happened. Reinbacher looked okay last night. Reinbacher looked good last night. Not great, but good. So, yeah, but he's not in the game today. Mayu, defensively, not great. A little better today. Okay, Habs have it, and the Boston's up. Mayu from the shot from the point. I don't know if I don't know if it got through or not. Where is it? Right here. Boston sends it in right to the goal, and he'll just hang on because there's two Boston players coming at him. We'll have a face-off in front of Miller. Yeah, Mayu had a bit of a nightmare. He's better today, but not perfect, but he's better today. Face-off is to the right of Miller. Don't show the draw, though. Just show the goalie. Great camera work here. Great camera work. Puck is in Boston zone. Came all the way down. Little intercepted pass by Montreal, but he couldn't handle it. Anyways, his puck's still in Boston zone. But Boston got possession back behind their net. Guys changing up. And Boston trying to come out. They get it out. Pass up to the blue line. Yep. And I think offside there, but I'm not sure. Oh, that was the end. No, that's not the end of the period. Offside. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Good morning, Joe. Awesome. 4:32 left in the second. It's still 2-1 Montreal. Montreal wins the draw just over their blue line. Demon up to the blue line. I don't know who has it to. They get it over there, but losing at the wall. Comes out. Montreal takes it back again, and there was a hit there, and they just dumped it in. So Boston comes out over Montreal's line. Shot from the middle of the slot or the mid slot. I think there was a save. I didn't see the actual save, but maybe it was deflecting off. I don't know what happened there. Boston still has possession though, and they gave it away. So Montreal's got possession. They lift it out. Montreal, Boston in their own zone has it. That was offside. That was a pass from the below the goal line right up over the blue line. That guy was offside. I'm sure of it again. Either my eyes are just really bad, or that's three offsides I've seen that weren't called. Six 40 a.m. on a Sunday morning, right? Sunday morning. Oh, Matt, yeah, they're nuts. So that loss last night, a lot of Habs fans were upset. All right, we're down to 2:45 left in the second. They're in the neutral zone, popped in the Montreal zone, but they've got it. Send it out to the red line. Guy got hit though from behind. It was Heineman. He's okay, but he lost his stick or broke or something. Lost it in Montreal zone right now. Behind the net, wraparound attempt, not successful. Goes back up to the point to his partner. Shot from there, but wide behind the net now. Bruins sent it up right down the middle to the point, over to the side. Went in to the corner. Guy comes up, it turns and shoots from outside the circle. Where is it now? Where's it now? Uh, Nobody's really got possession, but it gets knocked out all the way down. No icing. Boston sends it right back up to Montreal's line, but it gets turned around, and here comes Jack skating well. Loses it though in the slot. Awesome, Larry. I'll try to check that out. You especially, what? Joe, much better tonight than last night, but they're playing against a weaker team. But it's still a close game. It's still 2-1. We're getting close to the end of the second and it's the last minute of play. Last play in the second period. Nice wow, but nice little shot from the or a spin around kind of shot from the slot. You hit somebody with it. 58 seconds. Boston guy behind his net, waiting for change ups to happen. Here he comes. Dishes it off to the right. That guy coming around to the left over the blue line. Knocked away. Montreal picks that up off the boards and out. There was a shot there. We blocked by stopped by the Boston goalie. Okay, time just ran out. End of the second. It's 2-1 Montreal after two. You're peeved about what, Leon? All right, so we're 2-1, like I said, after two. What do you guys think of the second period? I think Montreal again. I think the better team here, not just in the scoreboard, but I think in the play overall. Not as much as I would have thought though. Like, but they're the better team here so far. You're fussy and you want more out of the young guys in a tournament like this, though, Leon. Why don't you save that kind of stuff for meaningful games? Right? Once we get to preseason, this is a rookie tournament. It's not about winning and losing here. It's not. As a matter of fact, I don't think that there's a winner of the tournament. It's just every team plays three games. So it's just about seeing where guys are in their development and where they need to go in their development. Like I think that's all it's about. So getting upset over that, I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. Don't sweat the little things, as they say. This is a little thing. And besides, also, listen, when you go up against a team that's better than you and you lose, it's not a shocking thing. That's what happened last night. Um, give my ears a break. Take these off. You want to give more and more effort. Well, again, I don't see anything wrong with the effort. I really don't. So, also, the last game, first game in a while for some of these people, for some of these kids, they haven't played hockey in a little while. You know, give them a break. That's why this tournament doesn't mean anything. It just, it's a lot to take a look at them, so that the coaches and the management staff or the coaching staff can figure out, what they want from them, where they need to work on, what they need to work on, that kind of stuff for the upcoming season. Remember, these kids are going to play all over the place, right? Different leagues, different whatever. So they want to be able to talk to their coaches. This is what we'd like him to work on, like stuff like that. It's going to be necessary for them to do that. So that's what this is about. What I'm smoking? This. Um, no, the thing is, you're not kidding, and it's okay. You can feel like that. It's just like, but don't say you're not kidding. You're kidding because you're not. It just why though? I just don't understand why. To be this upset about these games if they lose. It's more, like I said, more about looking and seeing how they are, what they look like, how they're playing. That's what I'm into here. I'm not. I don't care if they win or lose. Although it's against Boston, I kind of want them to win. So you want me to wear a Chicago band T-shirt? They're okay. I mean, not the greatest. Well, I mean, listen, music is subjective. So for you, that's fine. For me, I wouldn't say that about Chicago, but I do like some of their songs. Early is Chicago, not the later, not the Peter Cetera version. All right, like Saturday in the Park, great song. No, that's cool. Like I said, music is subjective. Stuff I might say, well, I don't like that. You might like it. You might love it, right? Of course, that's the way it is. But I mean, Chicago's okay. I like some of their stuff. It's not my favorite band, but they're okay. But like I say, pre Peter Cetera. Okay, what else we gonna talk about? We got probably about 10 more minutes to wait for this to come back for the third period. We could talk about, I mean, literally anything you want. But you got to come up with the subject. So you out there, because there's 27 people, it says in this chat room, that talk to me. Satara, okay, but Satara was the leader in the later years. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. But Chicago was good. I have on my, well, I don't have a playlist per se, but in my music file, I have Saturday in the Park. I got that song in my head. Jeez. All right, come on, talk to me here. I can't do all this alone, man. Who's Lee Anderson? Was Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who Lee Anderson is. Like, if I had stuff prepared, we could talk about that. But there was nothing happening at all in news wise, perhaps. Still just ahead of like everything going on. Once once the camp opens up, which I think is the 23rd. I want to say the 23rd is the official Habs camp opening up, and then they start games like right away on the 25th. So that's coming up soon. Next week, nothing on my schedule as far as games, but then the following week there's 4 because training camp's not long anymore. They play 6 games, and then they've got, I think, 4 days in between the last preseason game to the start of the season for them. Again, Leon, who's Lee Anderson? And nobody's talking to me. Like, I don't get it. I'm not gonna like bite anybody's head off. What did you guys think of the second period? Lee Anderson is a chat guy. Okay. Larry, I don't know who came out with those games. I don't know how long they've been doing this, but it's for a couple seasons now at least. I think it's a good idea. Yeah. There's Lee Anderson. Hi, Lee Anderson. Born in Greenfield Park. Awesome. Live in Calgary now. Love the Habs. Awesome. Thank you. I didn't know who he was talking about, but now I do. Greenfield Park. Oddly, like on the South Shore, a lot of French there, but Greenfield Park, at least back in the day when I was doing courier, that was like an English haven in that whole area. You know, I've done a lot of courier drive. I know South Shore quite well. Yeah, the hockey's not bad. You know what I don't like about this is the quality of the video. It's not great. I find it a little blurry, and I don't know. It's not great. But I'm not fussy, so that the video's no good, I won't watch it. But the video's not great. Everybody's early daily fix of Canadians hockey, Larry. Lee, that's exactly what Greenfield Park is. It's like just this little. It's kind of like Israel, right? Because Israel, and then all the enemies are surrounding it. That's what Greenfield Park is like. I don't know if it's still like that, and I doubt it's still as English compared to all the French towns around it as it was. Because I'm going back 20 years and more. Remember, I'm old. Oh, how'd we end up with 32 people? We got 32 people in there? 32 people, and only 3 people are talking to me. Come on, people, let's talk. Still, nobody's told me, well, maybe not nobody, but pretty much nobody said, what did you think of the second period? And who would agree with me that Mayu looks a little like he's a little bit better today? Not as bad on the defensive side today as he was last night. Which is good to see that, even if it's just a little bit better, that, he's coached. That means he's coachable, No worries, Joe. No worries. You didn't ask me if you could go get breakfast, but I mean, it's okay. I don't really mind. Who the hell does this guy think he is? Well, babe, in general, they'll all get better. Not every one of these kids is gonna hit the NHL, to whatever extent. So I don't necessarily agree with that, but a high draft pick like Mayu should A first rounder should be coachable. And quite frankly, if that incident didn't happen with Mayu, he would have gone a lot higher than 31st. Leon, I didn't say great. I said, but he's playing better. That's what I said. Do you think Montreal will try to pick up a tough guy to balance the division's rise in fighters? Arbor can't do it alone. I don't know that Arbor's alone necessarily. You know, um, do we have a roster spot just to have a tough guy? I don't think so. This is why Arbor is as valuable as he is. When people say, well, he's not really good enough and he's going to go to Laval. No, because he's very valuable in that aspect. And to say he's not good enough, I don't know if that's true. Let's see what he looks like in camp, first of all. I think he's going to be better. I think he's going to step it up. And we need what he's got, like that intimidation factor, that physical factor, because it's not just the fighting, right? He hits a lot. Those big, solid, like you need this guy in the lineup. So, but I don't think we have room like Toronto putting Ryan Reeves in there. Like, I don't think we have room for a guy like that because Jack I can play. So there's my thoughts on that. Joe, no worries. No worries. Well, it was true. Like, basically 3 people talking to me. Now you're back 4. I mean, you could have asked me if you can go for breakfast, but I mean, that's, Arbor's not alone. I mean, Pizzetta is not a heavyweight, but I mean, we got some tougher guys here who can, can fight. Listen, Gooley can fight. Gooley can play a tough game. I think in general, this team is tougher than ever, maybe ever, at least for like a long time. Leon, I agree with you. That not a great move, I don't think, for the Leafs. Overpaid for a guy who's, what is he going to play? 8 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes a game at most, right? To do what though? And is he good enough? Like, can he play in those 10 minutes and play well? Like, I don't know. He's getting old, isn't he? Like, he's in his 30s. Yeah, I think it was a mistake for Toronto, but I'm happy when Toronto Maple Leafs make mistakes like that. I'm starting to wonder, this game coming back, did something happen and they're not coming back ever or what? It just seems like a long time. Probably not, but it seems like a long time. All right. What else we got to talk about? I got like nothing in mind. Brain empty. Like if you shook me, you'd hear my, the small brain I've got rattling around inside there. Looks like the Habs D will be very strong in the counterattack. Yeah, once these guys all get here, it's going to take another, year, 2 years. You can see with Mayu, this is not a quick fix. In that, I don't expect Mayu to be up during the season and he just go, wow, look at this kid. He needs a little bit of time yet. And probably Reinbacher too. I wouldn't shock me either if Reinbacher next season goes to Laval for a year. Like, I could see that. Okay, Lisa's okay. Let's talk a little Toronto. Am I the only guy here that prays Marner get 12 million plus? Boy, that would make me smile. Why is that? I mean, they're gonna have to pay. The thing for me is not Marner. What about Nylander? Is Nylander gonna get 10 million or 11 million? Really? Like, that's the first guy that's up. Isn't Marner? It's next season, isn't it? He's got another year left, doesn't he? Hey, Eric, what's going on in the game? Montreal winning 2-1. after two periods. It's they're playing better than last. Well, they're looking better than last night because they're playing against a team that's not as good as Buffalo was last night. That's what's going on. But yeah, so far so good. Who's coaching? I think it's Jean-Francois Houle, a guru. The Rocket coach, I believe, is the guy coaching here. I could see Mayu getting a call up after the deadline if we trade. Yeah, well, that's what I talk about later in the season. I think he'll play a game or two here, but I don't think he's going to make the team and then just be like, oh, wow, look how good he is. Like, I think he needs some seasoning. They're just about to face off, so that just, boom, comes on. Let me just finish the comment. If we trade Savard, I don't know if they're trading Savard at the deadline, though. I think he could get that spot, but I do think next year both Mayu and Reinbacher get NHL spots. I'm not sold on that yet. I'm going to wait till the end of the season or off season to see. So we're underway here. Yeah, I'm not. I think Mayu needs to work on defense, man. You know, and that's not going to come easy because he's only played 90 games in the last three seasons. That's not enough for a guy of that caliber. So, this first game last night, you could see what people are talking about when they say he hasn't played enough games. You see that. So, he's going to get a look at some point during the season, maybe because of an injury or whatever. But I don't think it's going to be a permanent look. So that's my opinion. This is my opinion, though, Harry. Reinbacher, on the other hand, I could see him being here next year, but I could also see him being in the AHL because there's no rush to have these guys here yet. And next season won't be any different. Joe, you were not talking about the upcoming season, but okay, I forget what I had said to that, but they will be, yes. It's going to be a very strong defense when, go 2-3 years down the road. Montreal is going to have a pretty, probably a top 5 in the league defense, from that point going forward for a while, and considering the age of these kids, you're looking at 6-8 years, probably with that kind of a defense, as long as they keep drafting and developing properly. We're almost a full minute gone in the third, and I haven't told you what's going on. Still 2-1, so don't worry. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, though, when I do a game and I do play-by-play. By the third period, I just said period really weird. By the third period, I usually kind of slow down on the play-by-play. Have you guys noticed that ever? I've noticed that. I apologize. I'm tired already. There was a nice chance there for Boston. I think it went wide because I don't think Miller made a save. Okay, so the Habs have it in their own zone. The defenseman over the blue line, over the red line, and over the blue line. Look at that. And there's where he lost it. It came out, and then it was shot right back in. They all cleared the zone right after, so no offside. Boston picks it up in their zone over to the red line now. A pass to the side over the blue line wasn't really good, and it's out. And they're kind of struggling to see who's going to get possession in the neutral zone, and then it gets sent in and dumped in by Boston. Still in there. Montreal almost got it out. They've got possession. And defenseman off the boards and out, but to nobody but a Boston player. Boston sends it back the other way. And that's not icing. It must have hit somebody. Uh, Penalty. I was going to say that's not a penalty, Boston player breaking in, Hab all over him and brings him down with a typical penalty. So Boston goes on a power play. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, Isaac before. So Bruins on the power play. It's a 2-1 game. Montreal in the lead, so they could tie it up here if this is a successful power play. Montreal clears it down all the way, though. Boston gathers it up. Here they come. A draw pass. I've never seen that before. A draw pass. Of course, a draw pass. In the corner, Boston got possession. Back to the point. Shot. I don't. That went over the net, I think. It was a hell of a blast, though. A shot from the left circle went wide. Back to the point. To the half wall. Back to the point. To the middle. Back to the half wall. To the slot. A shot hit somebody. They got the rebound, and I didn't see what happened with it. Either guy fanned on it or something, but came all the way back to the Boston goalie, and he sent it all the way to the line, the blue line. They're back in the zone, stolen away by Montreal, and sent all the way down to the goalie again. He just leaves it there for the Boston player. Imagine guys were changing up. Here they come. Over the red line, just over the blue line, dumped it off, got it back off the boards, and a little shot on Miller from in close, and Miller makes the save and hangs on. We'll have a face-off there. Hey, Daybot, you'll have to keep us updated on. You can be our AHL scout for the Rocket. You're going to get all the games, so I can't. I'm not spending that kind of money just to get Rocket games. I can't cover both. If I would, if I was half my age, I might have the energy to do that, but I don't right now. I don't have the energy to do that kind of crazy work. Enough what I'm doing. I've got a busy winter plan, though. So. All right, Boston with it in their own zone. They come out. I think they're still on the power play, so broken up inside Montreal's blue or inside Montreal's zone and sent all the way back. So good penalty kill here by Montreal, I think, so far. Awesome, babe. I appreciate that. Awesome, Lucas. I mean, I would if I was going to go to, I would go to a Rocket game. I have no problem with that. It's just I don't have I can't cover both. Penalties over. Back to 5-on-5. That's in Montreal's corner. They're fighting it out. See who's going to get possession. Looks like Boston. Nope, Montreal. They're out. Lost at the red line. And more damage would have been done, but the guy that took it away from him lost his stick. So Montreal's got it in their own end right now. And it's just lobbed right into the Boston zone, right at the blue line. Boston's got it. They get it out along the boards. Sent back, though, and then sent back up. Into Montreal's zone. Montreal player chips it out. Boston guy picks it up at the red line. They're over the blue line now. At the point. High slot. Back to the point. There's one guy just carrying it, moving around. This is the top of the circle. Pass to the side of the net was nice. Good save by Miller there. Boston still with the puck. And same guy, it looks like circling around. He gives it off. This guy's going to circle around. Gives it back at the top of the circle, into the circle, and a shot. I think he found on that. Or now there's a penalty call here, so I didn't see what it was. For what? Slashing? I think slashing Davidson. Oh, they do have replays. Yeah, that's right. They do. I still didn't see the penalty there. Okay, that's my bad eyes, I guess. Leon, COVID is on the rise. As a matter of fact, I haven't been wearing a mask in the stores. I'm going to start. That stops now. Stuff I've been reading, it's time to start wearing a mask again when I go shopping, when I'm in crowds. I don't want COVID again. It's a wintertime thing like the flu. That's what it is. In the summer, I haven't been wearing a mask all summer. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that. We got the game on. 12:35 left in the third. 2-1 Montreal. Larry Miller has looked good. Yes, yes. Was it cross check? That wasn't cross checking. Cross checking is that. You went like that. That's flashing. You put up a sign to just isolate yourself. It's that time of year. Weather's cooling down. I mean, that's what's going to happen every year. The new vaccine's out. I don't know. I'm going to look to book a shot soon. I'm going to get my shot every year. That's it. I'm not going to go crazy. I had 5 shots in 2 years or something. I'm not doing that again. I'll do it once a year. Twice if I have to, but once a year. Well, but babe, a lot of that has to do right health wise, right? It's a good thing you wear a mask. You shouldn't take those chances. I don't until I get to where indoors amongst a crowd of people, but I don't wear it outdoors. You're not going to get COVID outside. All right, getting away from the game. 11 minutes to go here in the third. They're buzzing around the Habs net. Habs picked that up off the boards, but back. No, I can't. Who's got it? It's over Habs blue line, at least to the neutral zone. But they're still fighting out between Montreal player and Boston. Boston guy picked it up and along the boards, centers it, but to a Hab or the Hab centered it. I don't know who did that. Habs get it over the Boston line into the corner. Heineman with it. Cross ice. Guy didn't handle it well. Along the boards, they're trying to figure out who's going to get it. Boston clears it. Not cleanly, though. Montreal picks it up at the red line, dumps it all the way back to the back of the behind the net. I wish to the back of the net. Montreal's no. Now back with the at the point with possession. Shot, no. Shot from the right circle. I don't know if that went wide or the goalie sent it wide. Montreal back with it over the line. At the circle, lost it there. Nope. On the boards up to the point. And that came out. Struble sends it high at the goalie. Austin behind their net with it, up to the wall, but that got away from the guy. So Montreal brings it back in. Joshua centers it. He centered it to Davidson. I don't know if that puck got on net. Did they come back again? Ortiz to wah from the middle of the slot or the mid slot. No mistake about it. Fires one past the goalie. It's 3-1 Montreal. Nice shot there by Roy. Right in the middle of the slot, mid length. No doubt about it. Nice little pass there by Ortiz. No, that was the high slot. I thought it was lower in. Got it on his stick and it was gone. So with 8:57 left, 3-1 Montreal. Looking good this game. I wonder if all the haters on Twitter and everywhere on social media will be happy tonight. Or today. Not tonight yet. Boston over the line with it. Off of a Habs stick. Habs get possession. They get it out, but Boston sends it back in. Behind the net. Boston guy all over the Habs guy. Takes him down. Gets it to his teammate in the circle. The shot was wide, I think. Or Miller made a nice save there. Another shot comes in at Miller. He grabs it, hangs on, and we'll have a face-off. We're pushing and shoving there. 8:04 left in the third. 3-1 Montreal. Nice time to get an insurance marker there. And the way this game's been going, I'm confident Montreal can keep the lead and maybe even keep it 3-1. But we still got 8 minutes to go, so we'll see. Face-off was to the left of Miller. Montreal didn't win it, but they got it. They're over the line. Novak, somebody in the circle, shot. I think that hit somebody, though. Not the goalie, of course, it hit the goalie. He's somebody. All the way back in Montreal's end. They have it, though. Given away up at the with a shot up. I don't know what the guy was trying to do, but he gave it away to the guy at the point. The puck got to Miller, and he's hung on to it, and we'll have a face-off there. Is there a winner of this challenge? I don't believe so because the tournament's over tomorrow, and they're playing tomorrow. But from what I understand, it's just round robin type thing. Although there's 6 teams, so I don't know. From what I understand, this tournament's over. Monday morning. By the way, tomorrow's game, unfortunately, I cannot do tomorrow's game. I think it's at 1:30. I visit my dad on Sunday. I'm not doing that for a game like this. So hopefully you guys don't mind, but I'm missing tomorrow's game. And even if you mind it, nothing I can do about it. Who do we play tomorrow? I don't know. I think New Jersey or Ottawa. It's probably Ottawa. Probably Ottawa. It's one of those two. It's Monday? I saw it on the schedule 1, 2, 3 days in a row. Well, if it's Monday, wait, I have something to do on Monday. Trying to think what now. No, that's at night. Oh, if it's Monday, I'm doing the game Monday. Well, there you go. I'm sure I saw it on the schedule. I've got it marked down here like an idiot. You're right, it's Monday. Yeah, it would be over. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm not doing the game tomorrow, though. I didn't lie because I'm not doing the game tomorrow, but I'm doing it Monday. Don't get old. That's my advice. You forget things. There you go, Lucas. Great way to get out of school. All right, we're 5:47 left in the third. Boston 1, Montreal 3. Wrong way to say it, but hey, Montreal breaking out of their zone, dumped into the corner. I have a walk. Oh, big hit on the Boston guy that was about to pick it up off the half wall. And then a shot from the point. Boston goalie gloves that down, and we'll have a face off there. Brain fart. Yeah, my brain farts a lot, though. I don't know how it gets so much gas, but somehow, maybe I eat too many beans. I don't know. Somehow my brain gets a lot of gas and farts a lot. I guess that's normal. When you get older, you have more gas. Coming down to the 5-minute mark, left in the third. Shot on Miller, made a save, hangs on. We'll have another face-off. But no, this was a good game by Miller. Miller was good today. You can see it in the score. Um, I don't know shots totals and stuff because they don't put that on here. No shots totals. Face-off won by Montreal was to the right of Miller. Somehow Boston's got it back. Up to the point. Oh, jumps over the line. Boston still with possession, though. Oh, that was dangerous. Why that guy didn't take a shot? He was all alone in the slot. I don't know. Boston player, though. I don't care. Here goes Montreal. McKay to, I don't know who he gave that to. McKay to someone in the slot shot. Boston goalie made a save. And we're going to have a face off. Okay, who was that with the shot? Semino? No. 47? Why is there no 47? But that's the number I saw. Maybe it was Mayshar. Face off one by Montreal. Novak behind the net to the other side, sends it back to another guy behind the net. Back to Novak, shot, saved by the goalie. Breaks his stick on that. And there's a whistle and a lot of pushing and shoving. That little Semino getting in there. Yeah, I think it's Semino in there. Pushing it. 3 Boston players pushing and shoving with Semino. At least I think it was Semino. Yeah. He's a little spark plug kind of player. Just, I wish he had more height. Montreal's getting none of that, Larry. From I think it's made landfall already. I know a lot of people without power over there. So and you can tell that they're not here. Like Bayby, I don't know. You got power, so you would know better because Bayby's there. But a lot of the guys from that area are not here. I mean, they may have had things to do, but I mean, you think more of them would be here. So I would imagine a lot of them, the subscribers from out there, have no power. Empty net goal. What was that? I wasn't looking at Smilanic with an empty net. So where was the Boston goalie? They pulled him that with like 4 minutes left. Yeah, the puck, a little confusion with the Boston guys. Puck went off the guy's skate. He tried to get it back and he couldn't. And the puck was just there all alone for Smilanic. But they pulled the goalie with that much time left. Okay. I guess they do that now. Boston seems a lot bigger, you're saying, than Montreal? So, but Montreal, yeah, the prospect, there's still some small prospects. So you're probably right. Well, I hope you keep your power there, babe. Bye. That was a great play by Boston. Okay, yes, that was a great play by Boston. I see this. It was a great play for Montreal. Goalie still pulled, so we probably think we're going to get another goal. Was there was an offside, so face off over the Boston blue line. I didn't notice. Remember last night? I didn't watch much of that, but no, it's the thing that's done. Like I brain fart. Yeah, they're doing that more these days than 3 4 minutes. If you're down by two, they'll do that now. But you know what though? Like I guess you got to try. Even in a tournament like this that means nothing, you got to try no matter what. You got to try to win. So yeah, 2:25 to go in this third. Miller just made a save. No, Lucas, it's Jean-Francois Houle who is coaching, I believe. Marty is there. I know that because somebody got a shot with him, like a selfie that I saw. But he's not coaching. At least I don't believe he is. I believe it's Jean-Francois Houle. Well, pressure here by Boston. They're trying to get, they got the man advantage, sure, right? Yeah. 2:05, they need 3 goals. Not happening. This kid's not giving up 3 goals in 2 minutes. Besides, Habs pretty much just need to get the puck in a decent spot, and they'll have a goal. Twice they got it, 2 shots in it there. Boston coming back. The door's open, as people can see, because you pushed it open now. See that? 121 left. Habs knock it back. No icing. Boston is screwed here. It says 1:05. The guy just announced 1 minute left. That timer I knew was off. We're almost done. Montreal's going to win this game 4-1, more than likely. 47. Well, I guess 40 seconds left. That timer's off by about 5 seconds. Miller will cover up with like 31 seconds left. Got to stay till the end. I always do. But if you're about to leave, that's, everyone's got stuff to do. Please give a thumbs up on the way out. I appreciate that if you haven't already. And if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and you'll get notified when I'm doing these kind of games, which I do often. Good question, Guru. I hope he does. 22, well, no, less than that. Look at Labs with number 67, totally alone, empty net, missed. I think he fired it over the net. That's funny. There we go. Game's over. Montreal wins 4-1. That's pretty cool. They don't give any stars of the game or anything, but Quentin Miller definitely. I'm going to give him. I'd give him the first star of this game. But they played a pretty decent game. Josh Wall was good. Who stood out? Cimino, as always. Every time I see this kid play in one of these games, he stands out. But it was a good game. I enjoyed that. Let me just drop that. I don't need to have it up there because the thing ends, and that's it. That's it. So there you go. Just that right at the end of the stream because I'm not staying for 3 hours like yesterday. I'm not doing that. But we can stay another little bit. You guys have some questions or stuff you want to talk about? Well, babe, if there's no power, you got to stay home. But no, I hope you have a generator because you don't need that. Leon's happy even though it means diddly squat. And in the third person, too. Look at that. Awesome. I'm just like, yeah, I've been saying that all night, but that's exactly it, right? Buffalo's a better rookie team than us. They got a better prospect pool right now, and Boston doesn't because they've been a good team drafting very late in the first and all that. So that's the difference here. So I fully expected Montreal to win this game, and I turned out to be right, which I think was easy though to predict because of the discrepancies here in the talent level. So I would think on social media all over the place, starting right now, a lot more happiness in the fans' tweets. I'm going to guess. I'll just open this up a little bit. I'm going to guess that, right? So we won't see the craziness of how people want to sort of commit suicide because the team lost in the rookie tournament. Come on, My buddies and I every year visit a different city versus Montreal. We always stay till we are asked to leave. 3 different arenas: Denver, Detroit, and Los Angeles. The players run the stairs. The players run this. What do you mean by that? The players run the stairs. Oh, they run up and down the stairs. I get you. Great way for a selfie or autograph. Yeah, I would imagine. You got to stay late. And, in my day when I was young, you used to hang out at the back of the old forum where when the players would come out in their cars and then they'd stop, roll the window down, and sign autographs and shit like that. Same thing when bands were here. You'd wait in the back. And that's how people got those things. So it's changed a little bit. Yeah, is that the kind of stuff you saw last night? It was crazy. Yep. Imagine, I just think if you're living and dying by this team that like this tournament, whether we win or not, man, you need a life. Because that's just too much. I'm sorry. I don't do that even like for the Habs. Like I will no. A loss is a loss. It's gonna happen. That's all. Life goes on. Sun rises. Well, right now, anyway, sun still rises in the morning. How long that'll go on for, I don't know yet. Like, I don't know anymore. But right now, it still does. And you can actually go out and you don't catch fire. But so, I have never bothered a player. I shouldn't say that. Not a Hab, but I did expos. Well, Larry Robinson once, I was delivering a pizza to him. So I wasn't really bothering him. It was like, but I was at an Expos game and it was Dan Schatzeder. I don't know if you remember that guy. It was a while back. And I wanted his autograph because he was coming down or out of the tunnel. I don't know if it was in or out. And we were sitting right like next to it. And I asked him and he was like, dude. And I said, no, it's for my girlfriend who I was with there. And he looked, okay. And he signed it, but not for me. He signed it only because he thought it was for my girlfriend. It wasn't. It was for me. That's the only time I've ever asked an athlete for an autograph, other than Larry Robinson. Yeah, you're right, Harry. Even preseason games aren't, crazy if they lose. And I say that every time. Like, it doesn't matter if they win every preseason game or lose every preseason. It doesn't really mean anything, in the long run. It doesn't. And these games even more so. It means nothing. As a matter of fact, there's no winner of this tournament, I don't believe. It is you play 3 games, and that's the tournament. Because otherwise there'd be games beyond Monday, and there's not. So when you don't declare a winner of the tournament like that, then, why go crazy if they lost? I can see maybe in this game, it's Boston, it's their big rival. I can see a little emotion there, but not versus Buffalo. I honestly forgot that Buffalo, they have a better prospect pool. That's why they were looking better, and even though it's Buffalo, how much? But I mean, they paid the price for that prospect pool by not making the playoffs for like 12 years. That's that's a heavy price to pay. That's a long rebuild too. For the Habs fans that aren't happy with the rebuild, I guess, or it's taking too long, just look at Buffalo, right? Feel happy. Look how far along we are in the rebuild. Feel happy. Just look at Buffalo. You have a stick from what was his name? Tipo Numanen. What was his first name? It's obviously not temporary. That's probably autocorrect, right? Hey, Lee, good to see you, and come back anytime. And you're welcome. Oh, there it is. Teppo. That was his name. Hey, bye. Good luck keeping your hydro, open, and with the hurricane and everything. Hey, all the best. Stay safe, buddy. And I think on that note, I'm going to take off too. It is supper time. And I've got a show at 9:00. So but I guess I should have said that, right? Saturday Hockey Talk, 9:00 tonight, a little later than usual because it's a game. We'll do an hour probably. But, we'll see you there. And that's just in a little over 3 hours away. So, so come on back for Saturday Hockey Talk. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. And that's it. I'll see you then. So till then, stay safe out there. That's what I forgot to say yesterday. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. And I'll see you tonight. Ciao, everybody. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Keep your sticks on the ice. Go Habs, go. See you soon.